Welcome everyone today to this episode of Five Under Five with Selena Maddox. I'm here today with Jamie Van Cuyk, who is down in Florida as the CEO of Growing Your Team, founder and CEO. It is such a pleasure to have you on today with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Jamie is the author, co-author of Rise and Find, an ambitious woman's guide to building her dream life. And Jamie is the author of chapter 1, the very first chapter you read when you open up the book. And I will tell you, it is a pleasure to have read. The chapter is, You don't have to do it all to have it all. So I'm so thrilled to have you on for our Five Under Five, 5 questions in 5 minutes. Let's get to it. Question 1. Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself and your interests.
Yeah, so I would say, who am I? Well, outside of being a business owner, I am a mom who loves to vacation. I love just traveling and being in nature, whether it's going to the beach here or hiking the mountains. Like I mentioned, I have two girls that are currently 9 and 11. So I just love having fun and adventure with them. And then on the business side, I am a hiring consultant, helping small businesses find the right people for their business, for their teams.
Well, we can be more thrilled to have someone who has expertise in growing your team because as working moms, we know we can't do it all. So we need help in order to have it all. Question 2. Tell us about your chapter and why you wrote it.
Yes. So the chapter is all about delegating. It is about recognizing that we should delegate things off our plates and kind of walking you through the steps of how to identify what you should delegate. It's from the approach of if you're a business owner, how to delegate things within your own business, how to delegate things at home, and even if you are a corporate woman, how to delegate things inside your corporate life so that way you can focus on what you need to focus on and get the help and support that you need.
That's so important. And I took note of a quote from your chapter. We're conditioned to believe that if we're incapable of completing all that's expected of us, our only option is to lower our position on the success ladder. And I mean, that's just absurd if you think about it, because men don't behave that way. They figure out how to remove some things off of their plates in order to continue to rise up. So thank you for those words of wisdom
Yeah.
and the easy laid out steps you've given. Step 1, where should you delegate at work or at home? Step 2, which activities should you delegate? And then 3, who do you delegate those activities to? So thanks. And question 3, what made you write this chapter?
Yeah, what really inspired me is, well, first, talking to people about delegating and getting work on their plate and getting support is what I do every day within my business. But when it really came to contributing to the book, it's really around that whole thing is as women, we are taught to do it all. We are taught that if, like, as you mentioned, if we can't do it all, it's a sign of failure. And so we ended up just adding more and more to our plate as we go to do things. If you think about back in the olden days when men went to work and women stayed home taking care of the kids, men went to work and women took care of the kids. Now more women enter the workforce and they're still taking care of the kids. Where we didn't transition to being working women, we transitioned to be women that need to be able to do it all. And it's just a lot of that societal pressure that is there for us to do it all. As I talked about in the book, we don't just climb the corporate ladder. We move to the next rung and we take the every rung beneath us up with us as we climb that ladder. And it's just teaching people that we can let go. As you mentioned something about like men and women out there is like men don't have that same issue of like letting go. If you look at now in society, and even if you look at things where TV shows and movies where it's back in the day, most men in leadership positions have an assistant. But how many women, even now in leadership positions, have an assistant? Because we're taught do it all. You don't need an assistant.
Mm, So good. Question 4, what makes your business unique?
Yeah. So for my business, First, we work with very micro-sized businesses. So we help people really hire their first team member, their early stage teams. Most of my clients have fewer than 10 employees, which a lot of other people that work in the hiring space, they want to work with businesses that have 50 plus employees. So we help with the really micro businesses. And then the other thing that makes us very different is we focus on not only finding you someone that can do the job, but can do the job and fit into your organization and fit in with your leadership style. So we really look at that well-rounded, perfect fit team member instead of just someone that can do the job. We don't believe in putting butts in seats. We look at finding the perfect person for you and your organization.
That's wonderful. And with 10 seconds left, question 5, future forward. What are you looking forward to in 2025?
I'm just looking forward to opportunities to educate more people about successful hiring.
Thank you so much for joining us, Jamie. Bye from Florida and DC Metro.